the National Executive Committee of ODM has today resolved to formally exit the NASA coalition.
ODM party officially quit the NASA coalition after signing the coalition exit letter today.
We are currently witnessing large political rallies by politicians and other senior government officers.
A Kenya Union of Clinical Officers blame politicians holding rallies for the surge in COVID-19 cases. Former police officer Caroline KANGOGO buried are not accorded the normal police burial rights. Well, talk to us via social media platforms, Switch TV Kenya, Joel Chacha M on Twitter, as well on Facebook, Switch TV Kenya and Joel Chacha. Send in an SMS via 111 444 111. We start off with matters politics. The Orange Democratic Party, ODM, has officially quit the NASA coalition after, of course, the coalition, after signing the coalition exit letter. This makes ODM the second party to quit the NASA coalition after Kalonzo Musyoka's Wiper Party quit a few days ago. Robert Uma reports.
Days after Kalonzo Musyoka's Wiper Democratic Movement signed its divorce papers to exit from the 4-year marriage in the NASA coalition, the pillar of the union, the Orange Democratic Movement Party, is the second to make its way out of the coalition after all-day deliberations on the matter.
The National Executive Committee of ODM has today resolved to formally exit the NASA coalition. The NEC has further deliberated on the future of the party and its need to make new friends. We intend to embark on a program to build new partnerships and extend the ongoing talks with our potential partners to the grassroots. To this end, regional meetings and engagements have been planned with like-minded parties, and the schedule for this will be shared in due course.
The declaration comes just a day after the ODM party leader Raila Odinga bent the knee to pressure and agreed to share the political party's fund with fellow NASA principals. The party's Secretary General Edwin Sifuna further dismissing reports that the ODM party had released funds to the other political partners in a bid to woo them to stay in the coalition.
The party is therefore dismayed by statements attributed to our former partners that the offer was somehow a vindication of their long-running grievance and that the same was made in a desperate attempt to keep them in the coalition. Nothing could be further from the truth. We still hold that NASA is the past.
The NASA coalition has been facing challenges since 2018 due to mistrust among parties and competing interests, among them Wiper Democratic Movement, ODM Party, Musalia Mudavadi's NC and Ford Kenya parties. The coalition agreement between the parties indicates that NASA would cease to exist if at least 3 constituent parties formally exist. The ODM quit today leaves the coalition grappling with Musalia Mudavadi's NC and Moses Wetangula's Ford Kenya still on the same and whose fate is not yet known. Robert Uma, Switch TV, Nairobi.
Away from matters politics, a former police officer Caroline KANGOGO has been laid to rest in her home village in Nyawa, Elgeyo Marakwet County. KANGOGO, who died of a bullet injury, according to government pathologist Johansson Adur, was not accorded police burial rights as is the norm. Caroline Suma with more details.
Caroline Jemutai Kagongo has been buried according to her wish list in a wedding gown, what accompanied no police burial rights as the norm. Despite the negative perception of Kagongo that circulated on social media before her demise, the former police officer has been eulogized as a humble and good officer. Kagongo was a wanted murder suspect after allegedly being accused of killing John Ogweno, a police officer from Nakuru, and Peter Ndiga, a businessman in Juja, Kiambu County. Her lifeless body was discovered lying in a bathroom at her parents' home and moved to Iten County Referral Hospital mortuary.
Hata katika hii boma ambayo amepatikana amejihua ambao ni kwao na wazazi wako na nyumba ni kama 40 meters hawakusikia mlio wa risasi.
An autopsy report presented by government pathologist Dr. Johansson Adur confirmed she died of a single gunshot wound after the bullet entered the body through the right chin and went through her brain.
I did the autopsy of the body of the late Caroline KANGOGO, and what I found out is she died because of a single gunshot wound to the head. The bullet entered the body through the right chin, exited on the left side of the head.
Kagongo died on 16th July. Caroline Suma, Switch TV.
Our focus now on matters health. Ngorano Secondary School has been closed after 104 students out of a total population of 118 contracted COVID-19. A sad state of affairs indeed. Meanwhile, healthcare facilities are being overwhelmed with the surge of COVID-19 infections or other patients. Speaking earlier today, the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers, KUKO, while issuing a warning on public gatherings, has stated that the surge of cases is attributed to failure of adequate testing capacity, lack of contact tracing, insufficient and improper follow-up of home-based care systems, quarantine and isolation centers. Harry Chimea files the report.
In a school population of 118 students, 104 of them contracted COVID-19 in Gorana Mixed Day and Boarding Secondary School in Nyeri County.
We had 87 who are boarders and 17 who are day scholars. So even among the 104, most of them had very mild disease and some were symptomatic. So I want to confirm that all of them have been discharged home.
The school has now been closed, suspending education as the county government intervenes to suspend all public gatherings for the next 30 days. As the country warms up to 2022 politics, guards have been dropped. No masks, no social distancing. And as a result, the Delta variant ravages on.
And that is why we are saying that our politicians must know their leaders, and leadership includes protecting the lives of the people they seek to lead, because you cannot lead people who are dead.
As warning continues to fall in deaf ears, other problems keep piling up.
We have failed to grow our testing capacity 2 years down the road. We are not doing contact tracing anymore. Follow-up of home-based care, quarantine and isolation are now bygone cases.
KUKO has also urged the government to extend contracts and employ more healthcare workers to help mitigate the shortage. Meanwhile, as the positivity rate stands at 14.4%, Nairobi continues to lead with 489 new cases, Mombasa 77, Migori with 60 cases, followed by other counties. 1,068 people have tested positive for the disease, raising the total confirmed COVID-19 cases to 201,009. 398 patients have recovered from COVID-19, raising the total recoveries to 188,222. 15 late deaths have also been reported, pushing the cumulative fatalities to 3,910. Reporting for Switch TV, my name is Harriet Chimea.
Still a focus on matters health, and this is indeed a good news. Unemployed Kenyan nurses now have the chance to work in the UK under the new Kenya-UK Health Agreement launched by President Uhuru Kenyatta in London. UK Health Secretary Sajid Javid and Kenya's Cabinet Secretary for Labour Cooperation Simon Chelugui signed the agreement on Kenyan recruitment into the UK's national health sector, a move that has been warmly welcomed by the Kenyan health workers. Shelengetich reports.
Is a reprieve for Kenyan nurses and healthcare workers as they can now seek jobs in the United Kingdom. This comes after a new scheme requested by the government of Kenya was signed today at the Royal College for Physicians in London.
It helped to drive on your big four visions for your country, the vision here of affordable healthcare for everyone.
The program is expected to equip Kenyan nurses with knowledge and expertise and thereafter providing jobs for the Kenyan healthcare workers in the UK. The nurses can now work in the UK before returning to the Kenyan health sector.
This is a unique, fantastic, great issue, so that we as healthcare workers, we actually celebrating. So this will be taken in positively.
However, the agreement is expected to benefit the surplus health workers in the country who are qualified but unemployed. But does Kenya really have a surplus?
The thing that we've been actually, as unionists, we have been against. We wanted most of our employees to be employed, healthcare workers to be employed on permanent and pensionable basis. So this is a good deal. And whichever way it comes out, the surplus or whatever way, what we know is that we are showcasing the best brains on the international or the global arena. So we are happy for this deal. This is what we wanted.
Further, a partnership of the Kenya-UK Health Alliance has been signed and is expected to bring together UK and Kenyan institutions, universities, teaching hospitals, cooperating on health partnerships such as improving cancer treatment.
The Kenya-UK Healthcare Alliance is imperative to making this vision a reality.
President Uhuru Kenyatta further lauded the UK for its continued partnership with Kenya in COVID-19 research, additionally affirming his commitment in attainment of universal health coverage. Sheila Ngetich, Switch TV.
A ruggedly dressed, unkempt youth with glue-stained teeth are always seen flipping within traffic street corners and under unclear bridges that serve them as a shelter. They are feared, ignored and maltreated by the community and have been nicknamed Chokora. But who are they? Our reporter Mariam Jahid shares with us their story.
Street families, ruggedly dressed, unkempt with glue-stained teeth, are always seen flipping within traffic street corners in Nairobi. They are homeless and it's evident that they suffer from sleep disturbances, scorching sun, malnutrition and freezing in the cold as they narrate how two of their members lost their lives as a result of hunger.
Ninaona hata mimi ninaweza pitia yenye alipitia. Juu unajua yeye venye alikuja akiwa na njaa. Alikuja kama amesema anaumwa na tumbo. Unajua njaa inaanzia na kichwa na tumbo. Ndio sasa unaanza nini? Hata mimi venye niko na boli visa nikisikia njaa, nasikia nikikatwa mara moja hivi.
Tunapitianga shida mingi sana. Tulisema ukilala hadi hapa hivi base, mtu anakuja hadi na rape, unaona? Mnarepiwa. Sasa zote kupigwa baka na mapolisi. Mimi mwenyewe bado nilikongo baka na mimba, mtu wangu akakufanga ajili ya kupigwa na mapolisi kama tunafukuzwa. Nikaenda kuzanga mtu hadi amefikishanga hadi miezi 9 months. Mtu wangu akakufa. Haya watu wangu nao wawili bado akarudingi bado akaibongo bado kwa street bado.
Tunapigwa na baridi hapa, watoto wanaumia, wanapigwa na baridi, wanagonjeka, hatuna pali ya kulala, na tuko magunia, tuko na machawa. Lakini ni vizuri sana hii serikali tusaidie, vile tunaweza pata hata kama ni nyumba.
Further to struggling on finding shelter and food to nourish their tired, weak bodies, these children in the streets of Nairobi also struggle to get identity cards despite being Kenyans by birth.
Mtu alizaliwa kwa street. Mwingine ajui mamake, ajui babake. Alafu umeenda kwa kitambulisho, anaambiwa kuja na ID ya babake ama ya mamake. Atatoa wapi? Mwingine ni orphan, mwingine alizaliwa kwa street akatupwa. Vile ni birth certificate. Kuna wengine ambao tunawatoa kwa street tunawapeleka shule. Akipelekwa shule, ikifika wakati wa class 8 anaitishwa nini? Birth certificate. Ye mwenyewe hana.
These street families are always struggling to find a normal childhood where there is love, good health and well-being, hence turn to drugs to alleviate the pain they go through every day of their lives.
Kenya mimi ningesema mngeweza kutusaidia, utukombolea tu nyumba tuache kulala nje. Watoto ni wazuri sana wakiibiwa. Hatuna maana watoto waibiwe.
Hivyo serikali badala ya siasa mingi washughulikie hawa street family. Waweze kupata makao, waweze kupata dawa, waweze kushughulikiwa kujua hata hawa watoto wakitoka hapa dakika ya mwisho wataenda hapo wapi.
According to recent census that was conducted, there are over 46,600 street families across the country, as majority of the people living in the streets are aged between 10 and 34 years, with Nairobi recording highest concentration of street persons, followed by Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru and Uasin Gishu respectively.
Many Kenyans have been ignoring the street children, and as you can see, they are crying for help. Mariam Jahid, Switch TV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Mariam Mujahid, for highlighting the story, and let's hope the relevant authorities will take action. And with the story, now take a short commercial break. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned. welcome back to Breaking Today. My name is Joel Church and our sign language interpreter is Tracy Dorcas. Moving on, the MAASAI, an Nilotic group of people, is known for their adherence to the authentic culture. Age in the MAASAI community is a very respected ordeal, and the ceremony is marked by rituals of being inducted to bestow new status, roles and responsibilities to the community. The ENKIPAATA ceremony defines the progressive and transitional development of an individual. Sazamunga with more.
It is in this village of Eloreri, Eselenke, Kajiado South, where boys between the ages of 10 and 15 who have graduated to start the tradition are blessed by their parents after being given the name of their peers at a ceremony held in Rombo. ENKIPAATA is a ceremony celebrated for adolescent boys who are ready for circumcision when an age set for MORANS is set by the elders. The ceremony begins way before the day of circumcision, with the boys being mentored by the elders on their roles in the community and how to behave before the beginning of the due date of the ceremony.
Kinaanzaga na kitu inaitwa ENKIPAATA. Vijana wanaenda kwa hajatahiriwa bado circumcision. Wanaenda wanakalishwa mahali, wanaoneshwa jinsi ya kukua mwanaume.
It is a well-organized tradition, the boys defending themselves with a stick in hand to show that they're ready to tackle the new age.
ENKIPAATA is one of the 3 or 4 main passage of right in the MAASAI tradition and customs.
Age in the MAASAI community is highly regarded as this is the beginning of respect between the young and the elders.
Katika desturi na mila wa Kimaasai, udumishaji wa mila, hawa tunatayarisha warani. Hapo mbeleni, maana ya hawa warani ni majeshi wa community. Hawa ndio wanaangalia ulinzi wa community, kuweza kuona kama kuna mzozono baina ya community moja na nyingine, wale ambao wanahusika katika hiyo kazi ya kuangalia ni hawa warani.
However, the pandemic has changed how the ceremony is conducted, as the spitting ritual can no longer be conducted, and thus a new form has been introduced. The event is not only meant for men and boys, but women are also allowed to attend so as to receive blessings, especially for those who do not have children.
Kwa hivyo tunaomba tu serikali isidi kutushikilia kwa mambo kama haya. Juu tukiendelea kufanya hivi tutafutia watalii.
Sazamunga, Switch TV.
Elsewhere, 2 people have died on the spot and 1 critically injured in a grisly road accident along Machakos Kikima Road. According to the eyewitness, the accident happened when the truck driver lost control and veered off the road and crashed into a ditch at Ikiwe River in Muvuti location. The locals are now plead with the government to ensure that there are road signs in the road to assist drivers using that route. Makueni Majority Leader Charlo Mumo, who witnessed the accident, insisted the need of carer to ensure the road has bumps to reduce speed of vehicles who prefer the road while heading to Makueni County.
Kumekuwa na ajali nyingi kwa hii kona, lakini sijawahi shuhudia ajali kama hii. Tumehesabu gari kama 20 tangu hii barabara iwekwe lami, na katika ajali zilizoweza kuonekana kwa hii area hatujaiona ajali mbaya kama hii.
Nikiwa kwangu kwa mboma yangu hapo nimeiona hiyo lori venye imetoka kwa barabara. Ilikuwa inaenda kama ni ndege, sijui ni breki, ni kama breki ndio imeisha. Kwa hivyo sisi hii kona inatusumbua sana. Magari zikifika hapa zinaanguka, inamaliza maduku zetu.
Kulingana na vile ilikuwa inaenda ni kama ilikuwa inaenda mwendo wa ndege. Vile imeanguka hata huwezi tarajia.
Hii barabara inatumika sana na hasa hata vijana wetu wa pikipiki wa bodaboda. Huwa wanahatarisha maisha yao kwa sababu magari hapa yanaenda kwa kasi sana na kwa sababu hakuna bumps. Tunaomba serikali sana watuangalilie bumps ziwekwe pahali ambapo inafaa.
time for business news. Kenya's motor vehicle distributor Toyota Kenya and Pride Drive, which is a local corporate car hire company, have cemented their long partnership by handing over Hino Kenya buses to cater to the increasing demand of car hire services after the government's directive on the reduced capacity of public transport in line with COVID-19 protocols. All modes of transport were affected due to limited operability during this time. However, car rental services could be set for a post-coronavirus boom, with the industry players anticipating increased demand as commuters turn away from public transport.
We are actually taking a delivery of 18 buses today. This is in a bid to strengthening our corporate travel arm within our car rental company. We have seen that ever since the pandemic has struck, safety for our teams and our workplaces has become of paramount importance. And it is those restrictions that have been put into place by the government. As we have seen a great increase in demand for the staff transport by over 20%. And we still see that that is going to still further grow, because people are realizing the importance of ensuring that the staffs are being transported from their residences to and for their workplaces in a more safety manner.
It's a great opportunity both for Hino and the Pride Group in terms of business growth. And I think it shows the confidence that we have in their business. And more so, I think the recovery from the COVID pandemic that we've been facing.
Meanwhile, over 2,500 small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, with little or no e-commerce presence are now able to increase and diversify revenue streams after receiving training on digital skills through just concluded KEPSA e-commerce booster program. The program that was launched on 25th February 2021 has surpassed the set target, with over 2,500 MSMEs receiving training which covered introduction to e-commerce, digital marketing, after-sales content creation and management.
The Kenyan government, private sector entities and other partners are supporting sustainability through digital training and skills for Kenyan youth eager to participate in digital markets and trade. We are doing this through the Ajira Digital Program in partnership with KEPSA, the MasterCard Foundation, Immobilis, amongst others.
And we have seen how competition has been transformed by digital forces. The way we think of competition as a business and the traditional way of thinking about competition, which has very often a zero-sum game, a battle between peer businesses, companies that looked very similar to each other, ducking it out to see who would get the bigger share of the pie.
We have seen that there's huge potential for job creation because these 20 associates have been engaged for the last 6 months, but the 2,500 businesses that we've trained still need that support for people to support them during to get their businesses online. So I think that's a very good opportunity for job creation as well.
On to other news, non-fungible tokens or NFTs are the latest cryptocurrency phenomenon to go mainstream and have suddenly captured the world's attention. So what are NFTs? Our very own Apollo James expounds on how NFTs transform digital works of art and other collectible into one-of-a-kind, verifiable assets that are easy to trade on the blockchain. Take a look.
NFT stands for non-fungible token. Fungible means something is able to be exchanged or substituted and will hold the same value. It's interchangeable like the dollar, gold, casino chips, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or frequent flyer loyalty points. If I lend you $10 cash and you return to me $2 banknotes, I'm fine with that because even though they are different, they hold the same total value. So non-fungible obviously means it's an asset that can't be substituted. It has unique attributes that makes it different from something else in the same asset class. Like a painting, a theater ticket, a house, a video game skin, a trademark, or a CryptoKitty, which was the first real use case to take off on the Ethereum blockchain in 2017. Some of these assets are physical and tangible, and others are digital and intangible. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Tokens refers to a digital certificate stored on a secure distributed database called a blockchain. NFTs are digital assets, publicly verifiable intellectual property authenticated on a blockchain. A popular place to currently browse a variety of NFTs is on OpenSea.io. It's an exciting space. I believe the NFT space will continue to grow in the coming years, with some popular use cases being digital art, virtual land, gaming, collectibles, finance, and much more. Apollo James, Switch TV.
Time to now get sporty now. As Kenya yearns to kickstart its 2020 Olympic medal quest, all eyes are set on the athletics team, including the 100 meters, which Ferdinand Omanyala and Mark Otieno will bear the country's